Well, as we speak, around 200 cars are clocking up thousands in Ks and cash for a very good cause. The Outback car trek covers 5,500 kilometres from Renmark in South Australia to Darwin, but there's a catch. All vehicles have to have been made no later than 1978.
Now, the classic convoy, now in its 30th year, is hoping to raise over $1 million for the Royal Flying Doctor Service. The trekkers have been recognised for their service with the rare honour of having an aircraft named after them. How cool. And joining us live from Boulia in far western Queensland is 15-time trekker and event organiser Bill Patrick. Bill, good morning to you. Do you have many moments when doing this trek where you're all saying, what are we doing? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, thanks, Monique. It's an intersection really of humility and excitement coming on the trek. It's just a wonderful time.
And one of the highlights this year was, of course, as Mon has mentioned, the naming of a Flying Doctor's aircraft in honour of your trek. Tell me, that must have been, well, just so special for you.
Yeah, it was a very emotional time. We had about 250 trekkers out on the other side of the road from the Birdsville pub next to the aircraft in the airport, and one of the RFD directors flew up all the way from Dubbo for us to have the official naming ceremony. So a tear in everybody's eye, I think. Yeah,
I love that. How terrific. And we know the Flying Doctors just do the most extraordinary job. We were talking about it last week. They've got a new Medivac plane as well. Tell us about the sort of people that you're doing the trek with. I know some people that have done it say it's the best thing they've ever done. Does it attract a type of person?
Oh, look, from street sweepers to solicitors, from janitors to journalists. It's all walks of life, men and women who come along. And we've got well over 100 people this year who've done more than 25 events, and 2 people have done all 30.
Wow.
So it gets in your blood. It's fantastic.
Incredible numbers. All the cars doing this 5,500 kilometre journey are over 40 years old. When someone breaks down, does everyone stop to help, or give me a sense, is it everyone for themselves out there?
Oh, no, we're a happy family and a big family, and if I were able to turn around now, under a tree next to one of the camel stables here at Boulia is a car half up in there where they're putting a new clutch in it because it blew a clutch yesterday on the way into town. So we have a team of mechanics follow the field, and with a bit of fencing wire and a bit of gaffer tape, they can fix just about anything.
Amazing what you can do. What sort of cars are they? They actually look like they're in pretty good nick. Oh,
yeah, they spend a lot of money on the cars. They're treasured possessions. There's a lot of Holdens and Fords, as you might appreciate, but also a lot of Dodges. There's quite a few Mustangs, for example. There's a couple of Peugeots. There's a couple of Mercedes. There's just about everything you could think of that's in that pre-1978 vintage.
Now, Bill, let's get to the heart of this. The goal is to raise money for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, nearly $30 million. It's an incredible figure raised over the event's 30-year history. How close are you to hitting the target?
Well, to get to 30 million over the 30 events, we need to raise 1.64 on this event, and we've already ticked over 1.4 million. And we've got an auction night tonight that, fingers crossed, I'm hopeful of raising $100,000 from.
Wow.
And then it's just a short run, just a few thousand kilometres into Darwin, where we've set ourselves a target of another $130,000, $140,000 for the guys and the girls to contribute, to get us to that 1.64 million, to get us to the 30 million.
Oh, we're all behind you, Bill. What a fantastic cause. Does it take its toll on your body? What are you eating along the way? Give us some of those kind of practicalities.
Oh, look, one of my KPIs, I think, is to make sure everyone puts on 5 kilos whilst they're away.
KPI.
We go out of our way to approach community groups along the way to feed and water us, because we'd like the money to get back into the community at the pointy end. So and that money's used from anything like lights for tennis courts in the middle of nowhere to shade cloth for kids' schools to all the things that people in the bush of necessity do without, because they're so far away from what we would consider to be basic and essential services.
Yeah, well, Bill, what a fantastic thing that you're doing. Please give the rest of the team all of our love. And you take a mean selfie, by the way. You're doing a great job. It's awesome.
Under siege by flies there in far western Queensland as well.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard not to rub my nose.
You've done well, mate.
You've done very well. OK, now you're clear. Do it. We can't see you anymore. No, we can.
She's trying to stitch you up.
Thank you, Bill. Best of luck.
Okay. Well, thanks for your support.
Yeah, it's our absolute pleasure. Wow, legend.